Hey guys, thought I'd make a quick video showing how we can go about changing and manipulating the menu buttons on a Drupal site. So as you can see at the moment, these menu buttons are actually a bit round, and ideally, what I'd like to do with it is just to make it flat. So I've got another tab open which shows exactly how I want it, and you can see that these buttons are flat and doesn't have that that roundness on the top. And a bit more information that you could say about my installation. So this is basically an out-of-the-box Drupal installation. I've just added a few modules to it. In terms of theme, I'm using the Bardic theme, and I have also added a few menu items. So I've added blog and forum, and as a result, I have this is how my menu looks like. And to basically change the appearance of these buttons, we need to go to our style.css file, and in case if you don't know where it is, it's actually located in our root directory, themes, Bartik, and CSS. So if I look at my C, if I just click on my C drive, I'm actually got this running on a web server. I'm going to click on my www file. I've installed it in the B folder, and I will go to themes, Bartik, CSS, and you'll see that I have a style.css folder here, a file, sorry. So I'll open this up, and I'm going to open it up in Notepad++, and yeah, when we open it up, you'll notice that there's a lot of information. But to go to the area of concern, we can type in just main menu, and we can search up this, and this is it. So we'll end up here. We'll scroll down a bit more, and this is where we do most of our work. So it's the main dash menu dash links, the A, and I've actually changed this around a bit. I've actually given it a few comments just to make it more meaningful for me. But you may get it as one whole, just a list with with nothing, with no information at all. But if we grab this bit of code, and we just if I cut it out and I save my file, and I go back to my Bartik theme and I click on refresh, you'll notice that the buttons are now rectangular. That's it. That's pretty much it. And there's a few other things we can do. We can also set the background color. So if, for example, if I go and make this just the number 57, and I click on save, if I go back now, notice that the color has changed. So I could probably just try. I wonder what 38 will do. So go 38. Fresh. Not much, but you get the idea. So we can actually change our colors with this property here. And another thing of interest would be the controlling the spacing between the menu buttons. So right now we can see that there's actually a little bit of a gap here, and these are the two properties that control it. So if I actually get rid of those two and click on save, you'll notice that they're now joined. And of course you can it doesn't necessarily mean you have to get rid of this, but that means you can just change this around a bit to get the ideal spacing that you want for your buttons. And another thing of interest would be to get the font size for the menu buttons. So here we're using EM, but if I go change this to 20 pixels, click on save, and now if I refresh it, notice that the font has gone bigger. So as you can see, this is where all the we would actually configure our menu. And I'd highly recommend that you just go around and play with these settings and change them around a bit, and see what works, what doesn't work. If I change, say for example, this to 20, EM. Let's see what happens. Oh, there you go. So this is I would highly recommend just to play around with these settings and see what works for you. And and just another thing I'd like to throw in while I'm at it. I mean, how do we know? Oh, well, how did I know that this is where I had to look? So I'm using Firebug, and basically I can go. If you haven't installed Firebug, it's actually an add-on for Firefox. I can click on this button, and if I go and put my mouse on top of that, you can see that there's a main menu links ID, and that's how I actually found that this is where I need to look. So hopefully that answers gives some ideas on how we can go about configuring the menu buttons in an out-of-the-box Drupal installation. And if I find anything more interesting, I'll definitely make a video. And if you've got any further questions or comments, please feel free to leave a comment for me. Okay, have a nice day.